on, we're good to go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second of Thursday's social media lives, as it were. We're here on TikTok, we're here on Facebook, and on YouTube. How are we all? Are we all well? I hope so. I hope you've had a good Thursday so far. This was scheduled to go out a bit later tonight. I think 8 p.m. I did actually say, but I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit knackered. So I thought I'll do it now. Well, A, I've got the energy to get into it. And B, no, that's about it. That's about it, really. Yeah, I've just got the energy to get into it. I'll get it boxed off. And then, yeah, I'm going to go in. I can have a little bit of a nice chill this evening. I'm going to have a little bit of a nice chill. I'm going to do this, guys, for about 45 minutes. Get done for about 22, quarter to 6. Then I've got about 15, 20 minutes worth of work just to finish off, and that is me out of here. Well, I'm going to work a bit tonight in the house. I've got a bit of editing to do. We have got a brand new podcast is up, and it's on all platforms. I've got it out there on every platform. We are on, it's on YouTube. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, and it's on everywhere. It's everywhere. So there's a brand new podcast out there, and it is Stop Doing These Things When Calorie Counting. So as always, I'd appreciate if you go and show it a little bit of love, give it a like. That would be amazing. Yeah, that's it really. Right, so we have a little scan through, see who's in this in. I might have to go up in a minute to let a cockapoo in. He should come in. Hang on, let me go. Before I do the top 5, let me go let the dog in. Loss, are you coming in here? Come on. Okay. Alright, you chill your beans. Alright, keep it calm. Are you coming to say hello? Alright. Oh, hell. Christ. Hello. This is just I'm just doing this so every 10-15 minutes. Every 10-15 minutes, I just have a cockapoo jumping at me. So she does. Just wants to jump up, say hello, and then she'll disappear. Have a sleep. You've not slept all day. You've just been for a half-hour run. Have a sleep. It's another reason why I'm tired. Anyway, right, let's do the top 5 this evening. Let's see who's come on. Let's see who's come to say hello. In at number 1, we've got Callum in at number 1, Faye's in at number 2, Paul's in at number 3, Carol's in at number 4, and Michael P is in at number 5. Good evening, guys. Thank you very much as always for jumping straight to live, coming and saying hello. Mr. John Jackson's in, Lisa's in, Emma's in, Chip Away's in, hello, Amy, Michelle. Amy, I think you sent your check-in in a day early. That's absolutely fine. That is something I'm going to have a look at after I've done this live. Michelle is in. Good evening. Kelly C. Serena. Evening. Oh, loads of you coming in. That's great. My sugar levels keep dropping very low. That is hypoglycemia. So make sure you're keeping some nice refined carbs by your side. One of the best things for bumping sugar levels up is a glass of full fat Coke. Is get that fizz, it gets into your bloodstream very, very quickly. I've lost 10 stone and I've now plateaued for 6 weeks. Help. Sammy, that is absolutely amazing weight loss. Congratulations. Absolutely superb. 10 stone, 140 pounds. Unreal. If you've plateaued for 6 weeks, so the scales haven't moved for 6 weeks, you're just not in a calorie deficit anymore. So we need to find out why. Now, if you're sat there going, no, I am in a calorie deficit. No, you're not. All right, we know that because if you're in a calorie deficit, you will be losing weight. Nothing, your body doesn't go, oh, do you know what? Sammy's done really well. She's lost 10 stone in a calorie deficit, but I'm going to be a right mean little sod now. And even though she's still in a calorie deficit, I'm going to stop her losing body fat. Don't work like that. So what's happened is that you've just slipped. Now, I have no idea how, maybe that method's finally caught up with you. How have you lost your weight? Tell me about it. Tell me about how you've lost your weight. Right? And, has the method just caught up with you a little bit? Have you done it a little bit too restrictive? I went from 37 stone to about 27 stone in the first year of my weight loss journey. And that was a bit restrictive, right? Now, don't get me wrong, the bigger we are, the more weight we can lose. But, 10 stone is a lot of weight to lose. But if you've done that in a year, or less, you've been too restrictive and you'll have hit your brick wall. that's what you'll have done. You'll hit your brick wall where you can't be consistent anymore. How much is your one-to-one coaching? So my one-to-one coaching plan currently is just 15 quid to sign up, right? That is it. £15 to sign up. It's normally £29.99 to sign up and then £29.99 a month. But I've got a little deal on. The code is Spring50. I've changed it to, it was Spring last week. I've changed it to Spring50. Right, so the code is Spring50 and that will halve your sign up. So it's 15 quid to sign up and then it's £29.99 a month. You pay your first month subscription on the day you start on plan, which will currently be the 7th of April. So that's my next start date. You'll start and you'll pay £29.99, 7th of April, 7th of May, 7th of June. I asked for a minimum 3 months commitment. That's it. Now, after 3 months, if you want to continue working with me, you can do. Now, I've noticed there, twin mum MJ Journey. I've noticed there that you're on Mounjaro. I will write your plan if you're on Mounjaro, I will write your plan with weight loss in mind. All right, with your weight loss injection in mind. All right, I've got over double figures now clients on my one-to-one plan. It's perfectly adaptable. I'm not calling it a Mounjaro plan. There's no such thing as a Mounjaro plan. You know, we just need to make a couple of little tweaks to the way you look at your calories and structure your calories. That is it, right? But as a coach, I'll also make sure I keep an eye on things and make sure you're still doing this healthy and sustainably, even though you're using the weight loss injections. We have a dedicated GLP-1 Mounjaro group as well. So everyone in there is on Mounjaro. So you've got lots of people, you know, you might be new to your journey. I've got clients in the MJ group that have been on it for a good few months now. So, you know, if you're brand new to using Mounjaro and you want to ask about side effects or if anything's going on at the moment or you're struggling a little bit, you can come onto the plan and get in the MJ group as well and ask about. So yeah, so it's 15 quid to sign up. If you want more details of my one-to-one plan, TikTok profile, Facebook page, YouTube profile, click on my link tree. And the first tab in my link tree is an inquiry form. Click on that, come get involved, right? Click on the inquiry form. Send me a little message. Hi, Neil. Send me on TikTok, send me on YouTube, send me on Facebook. Could you send me some details if you want to? And I'll just send you the details over. And if you like what you see, say what you see. No, it's not catchphrase now. If you like what you see, click the link and get signed up. And like I say, sign up at the moment, it's 15 quid to sign up. And we'll get you going a week on Monday. All right, that's my next available start date. Any questions? Ask away. MJ Group is getting busy now. Yes, there is a few people in there. When we first set it up, I think people were a little bit quiet or didn't want to talk too much. But yeah, there's some nice chats going on in there and a lot of support in there. So it's really, really good. I'm currently in that group and it's amazing. All right, brilliant. That's all good. But I just wanted some help with the food side. All right, twin mum MJ Journey. Obviously, if I don't know what your name's not on your TikTok, I didn't know you were in my group. Let me know who you are, and then I know who you are. So yeah, so if you're currently in my community, which is £9.99 a month, just let me know. We can upgrade you to the one-to-one plan. Like I say, it's 15 quid one-off fee. That gets your plan sorted out. We'll get you going a week on Monday, and then we can just change your subscription. It won't be changed. I don't think I can change it. I think I can change it on your. I don't know if I can change your current subscription to the plan subscription, but normally I do the one-to-one plan subscriptions through a different system than Appstall that we use for the community. But anyway, just drop me a WhatsApp. You'll have my WhatsApp number. I hope you have. If you haven't, let me know. You should have my WhatsApp number. Unless you're brand new. If you've signed up in the last few days or the last week, I might not have quite added you to WhatsApp. But yeah, if you want a bit more support, let's get you up to let's get you on the one-to-one plan. Right, let me scan down, see if Sammy's... so Mounjaro and high protein. Okay, so you say Mounjaro and high protein, Sammy. It's great that you've done a high protein diet. That helps suppress your appetite. Obviously, Mounjaro helps to suppress your appetite. How many calories have you been eating? So you've been calorie counting, I assume, right? And if you're like, no, I haven't been calorie counting, I've just been sort of using the suppression of Mounjaro to eat less, there's a very good chance I've been eating too little, right? And that's just become unsustainable now. What level of Manjaro are you on as well? So, again, you've lost 10 stone. That's amazing. But, is your suppression still working with Manjaro, or are you fighting the suppression a little bit? So there's a lot of questions to ask, but I'll ask those questions. And if you're willing to answer them, I'll do my best to help you out. That's what I'm here for. Like I say, if you feel you need a bit more support, come join the one-to-one plan for 15 quid. Thoughts on fasting, please. Waste of time. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't improve your health. Doesn't make weight loss any better. Right? I mean that sincerely. Do you know what? I've got a filter. How do I turn filters off? Someone Google it for me. There's definitely a filter on my camera, and I've had this before, and I was like, and it was like a Brazil filter. Not in that sense. I don't know how to turn it off. There's definitely a filter. I look so orange, and then when I lean in there, I've got a great big white forehead. So I've definitely got some sort of filter on my TikTok. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's scan up thoughts on fasting. Yeah, it's just you'll get loads of people coming on. Oh, it improves weight. It doesn't. It improves your health. It doesn't. It does nothing. It's absolutely pointless. It does help you to control calories, of course, because it gives you limited eating windows. So if you're someone that you smash your breakfast in, your lunch, your tea, and you're quite a heavy nighttime snacker, if you start doing like a 12-8, a 16-8 fast, so you only eat between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., 12 p.m., between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., then, you're not going to eat breakfast. That'll probably save you 400 or 500 calories. You're not going to, be smashing your Pringles in at 9 o'clock at night. That'll probably save you 1,000 calories. Very good chance of going to a calorie deficit. If you want to know if fasting is any good, you've got about 3 days to ask this, but go find someone that's doing Ramadan at the moment and ask them. They'll tell you what fasting's like. And at this point of Ramadan, they're probably struggling a little bit. Yeah, it's Eid on Monday, so there's going to be a lot of celebrations. And Eid Mubarak to anyone. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm rubbish at pronunciation. To anyone that is celebrating Eid on Monday. And enjoy your absolute feast, because you definitely deserve it for going for a whole month with not eating. I know it's a little bit. We felt so bad in Egypt. And do you know what? The guy behind the bar in Egypt, I was chatting to him, Mustafa he was called. He was a really nice guy. And I said, I feel so guilty. And he said, don't feel guilty. He said, we do it year in, year out. It's the way it is. And he says, this time of year isn't a bad time of year. He said, middle of summer, when it's lighter, a good few hours longer, it is very, very tough. But he said it's what we do, and it's this, that, and the other. But still, I'm like, I'm sat there going, hey mate, you got some peanuts? And I just never thought. And and he was like, no, don't worry about it. It just is what it is. And I'm sat there scoffing peanuts at flipping 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this guy's not eating for 12 hours. And I'm like, oh. But do you know what? But yeah, if it's a good time of year, go find someone that's done Ramadan and ask them what fasting's like, and I'm sure you'll get a very honest answer from them. Now we're nearly at the end of it. Anyway, let me scan down. Yeah, it's time at this time, but it's due to the water. Yeah, that was what they said was the worst thing. They said it's not the food fasting that they find the hardest. It's the fact they are totally nil by mouth, so they can't even have a drink. And like it was when we were in Egypt, the last 3 or 4 days, it was over 30 degrees through the heat of the day. And I'm like, the animation guy, he's doing Ramadan and he's dancing around doing flipping pool aerobics at 12 at dinner time. He's doing acrobatic aerobics at dinner time. He's doing flipping water polo at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm just like, oh, but well, to be fair, it just made me tip a lot more if I'm being totally honest. My husband is doing Ramadan and he's feeling horrible and he's a nightmare. I make sure I have treats for him, right? Treats for him, right? Yeah. I think as soon as sun goes down, it's like, get at it. And it's not going dark now till like 7 o'clock, just on steak and chips. Kelly, see, that sounds lovely. I'm on beef brisket for tea. I bought it the other week, posted it on my pages. I've not eaten it yet. I'm going to have it tonight. It runs till the date on it's next Wednesday, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I think I'm going to have that tonight. I've got a lot of it. I've still got the ostrich steaks in my fridge. I've not tried them yet. I'm going to review them though for Worth the Calories. I've done episode 30 of Worth the Calories will be out tomorrow, and I have started episode 31 today. So look out for that one. Chicken coma for us tonight. Oh, Joe, I'd kill for a curry. Rachel's out. Rachel's gone. Rachel's gone. She's at the Etihad today in Manchester at like a conference thing. And then when they've probably finished now, to be honest with you. And then they're all going out for a curry and drinks tonight, and I've never been more jealous in my life. I'm not bothered about the drinking. I'm more interested about the curry. They're going to a place called East is East in Manchester or something. I think it's in the city centre. I'm not 100% sure. I know her hotel's near Piccadilly where she's staying over. But yeah, I've got pulled beef and mashed potatoes. That sounds lovely. I'm having, beef brisket, pulled beef brisket, barbecue pulled beef brisket. I'm going to have it with rice and broccoli. Simple. I literally had rice, broccoli, the peri-peri chicken sausage from the gym kitchen on that, and a bit of Peronaise. And tonight I'm having the same thing, but with beef brisket instead of chicken sausage. Yeah, that's it. I've done well with let me have a look at my calories today. Let's have a look at my calories today. Sorry if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube. You'll just see me looking down at me keyboard because I've come off you now while I'm looking at one's NutriCheck. I think I've put my beef brisket in. Yeah, I have reviewed something else for Worth of Calories. So I need to put that in, and I haven't put it in. Naughty Neil. If it ain't in your app, don't put it in your trap. Chicken satay skewers is pretty much... Oh, I can't flipping spell. I told you I was tired. This is the one. Right. Let's put in 7 of them. Yeah, that's about right. I'd say that's what I've eaten in reviewing some bits and pieces. Right, let's put that into afternoon snacks. So far today, I'm at 1,700 calories. Week view. So I'm going to have tonight another 300 calories. I'm going to have 2,000 calories today. So I've got another 300 calories to play with after my tea. What am I going to have? I don't know. I wish I had a tub of the peanut ice cream from Aldi, because I'd just sit there and demolish a tub of that. But I haven't. So I'm feeling a bit peckish. So my appetite might be going a bit tonight. So I think fruit's going to be on the agenda. I might even do myself a 300 calorie yogurt bowl. That might be going straight in here at about 8:30 tonight. We'll see. I've still got 1,119 calories to eat and only dinner to have. Wow, that's really good. I've really got into steamed spring greens with my meals. Just a pack from Is that the one that's like got... has it got like a bit of cabbage in it, a bit of broccoli in it, and a bit of peas? I saw someone else having that the other day. It looked really good. Maybe a little bit of butter on that. Anyway. Hi Neil, used to do Slimming World. Is it true if you blend fruit the calories change? Absolutely not. No. That is a big no. Absolutely not. No. Nothing. The only thing that changes the calories in an item of food is if you add anything to it. Like cooking, like how can you increase the calories of chicken? Well, you might cook it in a bit of oil. All right, well, that's going to increase the calories of it because you're adding oil to it, Grilled chicken on the smoker. That sounds absolutely sensational. Tell me about the smoker. Currently making your bacon and mushroom carbonara. It is one of my absolute faves. Yeah, I love my bacon and mushroom carbonara. Lauren, hope you enjoy it. It's a really quick and simple one, that one. Absolutely delicious. Oh, God. We should be talking about food. I am hungry. I'm getting hungry. I've been struggling with cooking recently, so I've been having ready meals, but bulk with side of some veg. Callum, that's all you... Yeah, that's the thing with ready meals. They're generally pretty good. They're calorie controlled. But what you do tend to find with them is, the portions are the biggest. They're normally like 350, 400 grams. And I like at least 500 grams of food. I like a pound of food when I'm eating because like volume is important. So yeah, I'm going to struggle a little bit with that tonight. I'm having 200 grams of the brisket. I'm saying that though, I'm having 200 grams. That's cooked weight. So that's quite a lot of meat. I've got 150 grams of rice. That's what we're at there, 350, and then 100 grams. So I'm at 450 calories with my broccoli. I might add some other veg to it as well. I've got the calories and I've got 300 calories. So yeah, I might see if I've got some sweet corn or something like that to go with it. That'd go well with it. What's your YouTube channel? It is literally The Real Lost Boss. If you head into I can show. I can't show. Well, if you're on YouTube or if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you should be watching my YouTube. You should know my YouTube channel. But yeah, let me. Oh, I can't really show you my YouTube. Can I show you my? How do I show you my YouTube channel now? Thinking like I'm in my YouTube studio. There we go. Right. Let me flip camera around. Anyone on TikTok? If you don't follow me on YouTube, this is my YouTube channel at The Real Lost Boss. Yeah, all the bits and pieces are on here. As you can see, I am live now on YouTube. And if you go into my playlists here, and if you go into this playlist, make my weight loss breakfast, dinner, tea with me. I've now added one snack into there. Let me just mute that a minute. You know, I've got. Anyway, in this playlist is all my recipes that I've put on YouTube so far. There are 25 recipes. This is the latest one, the 26. I have no idea why it's at the bottom there. But what Lauren's having tonight is where is it? It's on here. Oh, there it is. Bacon and mushroom carbonara. So this is what Lauren. So yeah, so if you jump onto my YouTube, you've got there's loads of stuff on YouTube. Don't there? I do recipe videos. Yes, I do my carbonara in a wok. So what? Is that my carbonara? Yeah, it's basically carbonara. Yeah. So that is it there, and let's you can see the plate what bacon and mushroom carbonara, and then if you click on the description of the video, all the ingredients in there. Yeah, all your ingredients in here, right? And a little description. All the ingredients. You go down here, literally track on NutriCheck. If you click on this, are you sure you want to leave YouTube? Yes, go to site. And there you go. It will put the meal into your shared meals in you. So this is it. So these are all tracking. So it is making mushroom part now. 574 calories. So every recipe that I have in YouTube, there's a link for you to track it and it'll add it into your thing, everything. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. That is my YouTube. Oh, on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, there you go. Right, so yeah, so please if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would massively appreciate it. Watching, eating a Chinese. I've not had a Chinese for ages. Love it. What you're having? Tell us what you are having from the Chinese. So good. Not had one for a bit. Not because for any reason, they've just not had one for a bit. In fact, I think the last Chinese we had was Christmas. In terms of going for a takeaway, we had a Chinese restaurant in Egypt when we went on holiday, and the food was unreal. It's one of the best. We'd have thought I'd have one of the best Chinese's I've ever had in Egypt. It was absolutely sensational. So yeah, guys, if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, please go show me some love. Please go subscribe over there. Got 1,890 subscribers. I've now got 1,891 subscribers. I'd love to get to 2,000 by Easter. 20 days. So I need 109 subscribers to get to 2,000 by Easter, which would be, let me have a look at my analytics, how many new subscribers I've got in the last 20. So in the last 28 days, I've had 113 subscribers. So I need to do more than that, new subscribers. Here's one for you. I've been told I've got high cholesterol. Best way to combat it, just get healthier. It really is that simple. You don't need, don't get me wrong, good dietary fats will reduce your cholesterol. So if you have high levels of LDL cholesterol, it generally is because you have consumed way too many saturated and trans fats, right? But if you want to combat that, you need to massively reduce the saturated fats and your trans fats in your diet. So, trans fats, things like pies and stuff like that, saturated fats, your fatty red meats, cheeses, full fat milk, full fat yogurt. You need to reduce that out of your diet. You need to increase your healthy fats. So your monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Monounsaturated are the one: olive oil, avocado, salmon, nuts, chia seeds, things like that. Get your omega-3 fatty acids in there. That will help combat it. But alongside, what about lean red meat? Is that a no? It's not a no. If you're going to have, it depends what you class as lean red meat. Your 5% fat mince, yeah, beef mince, yeah, that's not bad at all. That's really, really lean. If you're going to have a steak, try and go for a fillet steak. Lean red meat, venison, ostrich that I got from Aldi, things like that are fine. But you need to stick away from those ribeyes. Those ribeyes, that'll do it. If you're having bacon, you need to cut the fat off and stuff like that. But you need to get more healthier fats into your diet. And generally, people that have high cholesterol, I assume you've got a weight issue. And I know that's an assumption that is stereotyping, but it is quite a common one. So reducing your visceral fat in your body, get your movement, increase your movement, add some exercise in, all those things are going to contribute. You'll get a lot of people that'll say, you get a lot of these carnivore grifters, we've been led to believe that cholesterol is bad for us and it's just a lie. No, there are two types of cholesterol: HDL, LDL. LDL is bad cholesterol, HDL is good cholesterol. And yes, HDL is essential to be optimal with health and survive, right? It's not just a cut and shut thing. So people, when a doctor says you've got high cholesterol, you have high LDL, right? Lipodense lipids, or whatever it's flipping called. I can't remember the technical term. But you've got high LDL cholesterol, and we need to reduce your LDL cholesterol and increase your HDL. You can have as much HDL cholesterol in your system as you want. Swapping rice and couscous and eating lots of chicken, etc. You don't need to swap rice. Rice is fantastic for you. Couscous is all right for you. Like, don't be too concerned with, I need to eat it. Don't go crazy. Don't go to extremes. Honestly, just look at, just make it simple. If you normally eat 20%, 10% fat mince, swap to 5% fat mince. If you normally have full fat Greek yogurt because you've been watching some carnivore grifter telling you it's better for you, then to change to your 0% fat Greek yogurt. Yeah. If you, eat a lot of full fat cheese, just reduce. You can still eat some full fat. You can still eat some full fat products. You can still have the odd McDonald's. You only end up with LDL cholesterol because you've overconsumed an unhealthy diet. So you can enjoy a McDonald's within an overall healthy diet. And if you do that, you won't have unhealthy cholesterol, right? So this is where a lot of people are like, oh, you've got type 2 diabetes. I'll never eat. No, you can still eat carbohydrates and reverse your type 2 diabetes. You can still eat some saturated fat and reverse your LDL, high levels of cholesterol. So, and if generally what happens is if people try to go to extremes, they're very inconsistent, right? It's just not going to happen. It's not going to be sustainable. So, rice is fantastic for you. White rice is great for you. Brown rice is great for you. Brown rice obviously has a bit more fiber than white rice, but they're both good for you, right? No one has high LDL cholesterol or has a weight issue because they eat too much rice, right? Japan, China, India, massive consumers of rice, don't really have an obesity issue. Japan certainly doesn't. It's one of the healthiest nations. I'm not sure if Japan actually isn't the healthiest nation in the world. They eat a lot of rice. Yeah. I'm 18 and a half stone, mate. So yeah, probably not helping. No. And there's a reason why you get to 18 and a half stone. And you get to 18 and a half stone because you've overconsumed calories. And we don't overconsume broccoli calories, or we don't overconsume lettuce calories. We don't overconsume apple calories. We don't overconsume, chicken breast calories. If we get to a weight issue, it's generally because we overconsume less nutrient dense foods that affects our health. Yeah. But don't worry, don't panic about it, mate. It's not a quick fix. It's not something you can change overnight. Just work at improving your overall diet, get yourself into a calorie deficit, lose some body fat. You'll see a massive, if you went from 18.5 stone down to 17 stone, you'd see a massive difference in a lot of your health measures, in a lot of your health markers. You really, really would. Yeah. Would you say chicken thighs are a no-no, or are they a good choice? Chicken, you're better off with chicken breast. If you are going to go for chicken thigh, I fully understand as well with dieting, cost can be an issue. So chicken thighs are a lot cheaper than chicken breast. If you are going to have chicken thighs, again, you just need to eat them within your calorie allowance for your goal, but it needs to be skinless and, get skinless, boneless chicken thighs. Cook them in the air fryer. You don't need to add any extra fats to chicken thigh. Chicken thighs it's got a bit of fat in it anyway. It's more that the chicken thighs taste nicer. They do taste nicer, but there's no reason why you can't make chicken breast taste nice, right? I literally, a little bit of sauce, bit of seasoning. Seasoning. If you're on a weight loss journey and you're eating a lean protein, it has less flavor. Fat adds flavor. Lean protein takes fat out, less flavor. You can add lots of flavor. See, go to Aldi, they have all-purpose seasoning. They have chicken seasoning. They have Cajun seasoning. All that stuff makes chicken taste much, much better. Go to my website, my YouTube channel. Look at some of my recipes. My deconstructed Chinese chicken curry is literally rice, broccoli, and chicken, bro food, and I had 100 calories worth of Chinese curry sauce to it, and it tastes sensational, right? And that will not affect your cholesterol. Eating like that will improve your cholesterol. Yeah. Mrs. is a nurse. She says you never see Chinese or Japanese in hospitals that are poorly. They literally, the Chinese race, the Japanese race, they live forever. They have such a longer lifespan than people in the Western world. And it is because of the way they live their lifestyles. It is. Like, don't get me wrong. Are there some overweight Japanese? Of course there are. Are there some overweight Chinese people? Of course there are. We're talking about trends. We're talking about trends. And that's because they do eat more whole foods. They do exercise a lot more. They have a lot less ultra-processed food. I think what a lot of people, now you might look at me and go, well, Neil, you post lots of ultra-processed foods on your page. I do, but I post a lot of ultra-processed foods on my page that are nutrient dense. We can get, a lot of people that don't understand nutrition don't understand we can get nutrient dense ultra-processed foods. A lot of people also don't understand my page is a weight loss page. I am not trying to be the pinnacle of health. I am trying to get people that have a weight issue, that are overweight, obese, morbidly obese, to improve their overall diet, right? And if I went on my page, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite, right? I'm not going to tell people to do something that I don't do myself, So yes, I could go onto my page and go, here is my lovely healthy bowl. We've got some chopped up avocado here. We've got some, some sweet corn, nice 2 spoonfuls of sweet corn here. We've got some shredded lettuce. We've got some kimchi. We've got some of this. We've got some cubed tofu. We've got blah, blah, blah. I am not saying that is not a very nice, nutritious, healthy bowl of food, right? But if you show that to someone that is currently morbidly obese, that's used to having bacon, egg, and sausage barbs every morning for the dinner, and then smashing a flipping steak bake from Greggs in with a 2 sausage rolls on the side from Greggs for the dinner, and then on the way home from work they have a chippy tea. Like to say, yeah, you're not going to eat that anymore. You're going to eat this. They'd literally do it for about 2 weeks, and next thing they'd be smashing the Greggs in and the chippy tea again. I try and post more healthier options that are convenient, that taste good, and a lot of people's excuse, and sometimes it's a valid excuse, not all the time, is time, right? So, I show people options. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. You can get, I had a guy last night, you get him, ultra-processed food causes disease. No, the biggest cause of disease, illness in the UK is obesity. That's it. It's the biggest drain. It's the biggest drain on the NHS. If you look at the root cause, I would say 90% of type 2 diabetes in the UK, it is down to high levels of visceral fat in the body, right? Overweight. if you look, I'm not saying these people are morbidly obese. I'm just saying it's overweight. I reckon the the 90% root cause of heart disease in the UK, yeah, overweight, overall diet. And it's not because they're eating some protein pancakes from Aldi or they're eating some chicken sausage that's got a few additives and preservatives in it, right? It's because they eat, Rustler's burgers and turkey twizzlers, or they have done a lot of their life. It's also because they've smashed in a lot of, cakes and biscuits and loads of other bits and pieces. Yeah. And that's the main issue with ultra processed food. Why is ultra processed food linked with obesity? Because it doesn't have much nutrition in it, right? So, tonight, my tea is going to be 600 calories, right? And it's got beef brisket in it from Aldi that comes in a packet with a month's shelf life on it, right? So it's got preservatives and additives in there. It's VAT packed, it's sealed, so it lasts a long time. Yeah, that tea at 600 calories is well. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you exactly now, right? So my tea tonight is 600. Let me have a look. My tea tonight is 671 calories. It contains 59.6 grams of protein and 11.6 grams of fiber. Is the Aldi Oakhurst Smoky Barbecue beef brisket ultra processed food? Yeah, it would be classed as that, right? But that whole meal has so much nutrition in it, right? I'm not going to be starving half an hour later. And this is the problem with low nutrient dense ultra processed food. If I switch that to, let's go turkey, do they even do turkey twizzlers anymore? Right, so let's go. I mean, to be fair, even turkey twizzlers, I think, aren't as bad as what they were in, right, here we go. Bernard Matthews, 8 turkey twizzlers. Right, so I'm having about 350 calories worth of pulled pork. So one turkey twizzler is hey, do you know what? Hey, do you know what? They're not that bad. They're not that bad. But anyway, let's see where we get to. Let's go. I can have 4 turkey twizzlers for the same calories as my beef brisket, right? They're not actually that bad in terms of protein, right? And then let's say with my turkey twizzlers, I have some smiley faces, right? So calorie wise, I've probably got why is it not what they called or let me do potato waffles, right? They're about as ultra processed as you can get. Right, potato waffles, right, with me turkey twizzlers. Am I making anyone feel hungry? Because this tea actually sounds sensational, right? 2 potato waffles is 196 calories. So I can have 2 potato waffles, right? Let's put that in there, and let's just compare. And let's go for spaghetti hoops. Right, we're going to go for some spaghetti hoops. I can have about. Hey, they're not that calorific, One is 107 calories. Right, let's put that in. Right, so this tea is so it's 50 calories less than actually my beef brisket tea. But let's compare. So my tea from my beef brisket, my rice, my broccoli is 500 and is 671 calories, 60 grams of protein, 12 grams of fiber. The turkey twizzler tea, 623 calories, 37 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber. A lot less for the same calories. My tea tonight is going to be, I've put 225 grams in of beef brisket, half a pack of rice, 100 grams, so it's going to be 475 grams. The volume of the potato waffles with the turkey twizzlers is 200, 350. It's going to be the same. So the volume's going to be the same. And the saturated fat is going to be 6 grams in the turkey twizzler tea and is going to be 3.4 grams in my tea. So nutrition wise, I'm getting double the protein, double the fiber. Simple, dead simple, right? It's going to be a lot more filling. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't have that turkey twizzler tea and it might keep me going for a couple of hours, but that will digest pretty damn quickly. The hoops will because it's pasta, the potato waffles will, and I guarantee from those 2 teas, one of them is going to keep me full for a good few hours. One of them, I'll be hungry again in an hour and a half, and then I'd re-eat food. Also, one of them is quite high in saturated fat. Diets high in saturated fat are proven to be hard to control calories because saturated fat, in terms of, there's no actual evidence to say that food is addictive, right? In terms of like having proper withdrawal and stuff. But diets in high saturated fats are more people that have diets high in saturated fats are more prone to have cravings for more saturated fat. Right? And if your overall diet's poor, you'll just eat it. I'm having breaded chicken breast, beans, homemade wedges. Sounds good. And again, there. So we've got breaded chicken breast, right? That's fine. Yes, it's not going to be as good as lean chicken breast, but it's not bad. You've got beans that are full of protein and fibre, much better for you than the sketty hoops. And you've got your homemade potato wedges. If you leave the skin on, you're getting plenty of fibre, you're getting lots of vitamins, lots of minerals, How do you stay so motivated? Because, like, when you've been to where I was with my obesity, you'll never want to go back there. That is one of my big things about motivation, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Am I motivated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Or does my motivation stay high? No, it does dip every now and then. But then you've just got to remember why you're doing this, why you've done this. 10, 11 years ago, like, nothing's worth what you stick in your mouth, right? It's just not worth. Like, I remember, was it Kate Moss said it or something like that? And it's not a great saying, but I remember seeing it. She said, "Nothing tastes as good as skinny." And don't get me wrong, I'm not skinny. I'm still, chunky monkey. But I was like, it. It's not worth eating anything to go back to being where I was. That keeps me driven. Years of hardly being able to walk, years of worrying whether I'm going to be able to get out of bed in the morning, years of worrying whether I'm going to wake up the next morning, right? Struggling with my hygiene, living like a tramp, struggling to get to the toilet on time, struggling some days to get out of bed. It's just not worth it, right? And what is worth it is the way I live my life now. I absolutely bloody love it, right? And that's what keeps me motivated, and it'll never change. It'll never change. And that is a big contributing factor. I never, ever, ever want to go back to being 37 stone Neil. And and I've just, I've done this for 11 years now, and I've been pretty damn consistent throughout my journey. And it's just what I do now. We've got to a stage where doing what I do now is normal. Right, and you're like, how do you stay so motivated? What to do to live a normal life? I live a normal life. We've got to a place in the world where doing regular exercise, going for a couple of walks a day, cooking some food, looking at our nutrition is weird. It's like, how do you do normal? It's normal. It's normal life. It shouldn't be. A lot of people, I don't know how you do it. What, live a normal life? Like, try and prioritize my diet a little bit, try and control my calories a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I have to put things in than more things in than other people because I can't control it. But yeah, I don't do anything out of the ordinary. People look at me and think I do things out of the ordinary, but I'm not. I'm doing what everyone should be doing, right? And if everyone did what we should, 50, 60 years ago when there wasn't a weight issue in the UK, people were doing 15, 20,000 steps a day. Now, to say to people, you need to do 10,000 steps a day, people are like, I can't do 10,000. Why? It's 90 minutes of movement throughout the entire. Don't get me wrong, if you have disabilities, if you have mobility issues, this isn't relative. But if you can physically do 10,000 steps a day, right, but the reason you can't do it is because you can't be arsed, that's where you need to have a word with yourself. When I started my weight loss journey, I physically couldn't do 10,000 steps a day. Within a year, I could, and I've kept up with that. And I'm sat here now. I'm sat here now with prescription meds on my desk because of my arthritis. I still do it, right? It hurts. Sometimes my joints are knackered, right? Sometimes I wake up in the morning and my knees are killing me. But once I get them going, I get them going. And I'd rather have sore knees and push through the pain and get my steps in than go back to being 37 stone. And that's the honest truth of it. That is the honest truth of it. People see, we've just got to a stage in society where exercising 2 to 3 times a week is abnormal. It's not abnormal. It's what you should be doing. Doing 10,000 10,000. It's 10,000 steps. It's 90 minutes of movement throughout the entire day. It's from getting up out of bed at 7 in the morning, and getting back in bed at 9 o'clock at night time, which is 14 hours, right? You need to do 3 20-minute walks. That's it, right? That'll do you 7,000 steps. You'll do 3,000 just going for a wee and pottering about. Everyone does that. So, I've just, and I know, well, what is a normal? Look, I've just created normality and I just stick to it. And there's no need, because what I do isn't abnormal anymore. It was when I started the journey. It was. What was normal to me 12 years ago was sitting on my bum 24 hours a day. And it was 24 hours a day. Look, this is slightly more, again, if you've got mobility issues, if you walk a bit slower. 1,000 steps for most people is about 10 minutes of doing that. So if you're sat there now and you look at your fitness tracker and it says you've done 2,000 steps, from the time you woke up this morning to now, which is nearly 6 o'clock at night, you haven't put your feet one foot in front of the other for 20 minutes. For 20 minutes, right? From 7 a.m. this morning, which is the time a lot of people get up, it's been 11 hours, right? 11 hours, times that by 60. So we've had 11 times. I'm doing so. So we've had 660 minutes since 7 a.m. this morning. And if you've done less than 2,000, you've not even done that for 20 minutes today, throughout the entire day, right? And people think doing 10,000 steps is happening. It isn't. It just isn't. So, and trust me, I don't need to think here I'm having a go at anyone that's not doing it. But if you're not doing it, then let's put it right and let's start doing it. And you've got to work on it. It's not a quick fix. It's not a, click your fingers and get at it. When people come to me on my one-to-one plan, everyone will say this: wherever you are with your current steps, that is where we'll start you. I've written 3 plans this week for clients, right? And I've started one client on 3,000 steps a day, and I'm just building them up to 6,000 steps a day within 3 months, and then we're going to keep them at that level for another 3 months until we progress them more. I've had a client that signed up that does 10,000 steps a day, day in, day out, so we don't need to worry about their movement whatsoever. They just need to stay consistent with that. And then I've had another client that signed up, and they're currently averaging 6,000 steps a day. So I'm starting their step progression plan at 7,000. They've got no mobility issues, and then we'll ramp them up to that 10,000 steps within 3 months. I give you 3 months. So like I just said there, depending on how fast you walk and this, that, and the other, but most people can do 10,000 steps. It can do 1,000 steps in 10 minutes. Right? The average is actually about 8.5 minutes for 1,000 steps. So if I go for a 30-minute walk, I will do about 3,500 steps, something like that. Right? So it's if you've got no mobility issues, and obviously you might have no mobility issues, but depending on what your weight is, or depending on how fast you can walk. But let's say the average is 8.5 minutes. If you're at 7,000 steps, you come on plan with me, and I ramp you up to 8,000 steps within a month, because that's all I'll do. 8,000 within a month, 9,000 in a month. I am asking you to increase your walking a day on average by 8.5 minutes a day over a month. Right? I'm giving you that lot for an extra 8.5 minutes, which is nothing, Hey Neil, hope you well. I'm very good, Marcus. Thank you very much. 10,000 steps, about 500 calories. Paul, it's all subjective. If someone's currently 30 stone and they normally do about 3,000 steps a day, if they manage to do 10,000 steps in a day, they probably burn 2,000 calories. If someone is currently 10 stone and they're really fit and healthy and they do 10,000 steps, they probably do about 350 calories. So it's all a bit subjective. It depends where you're at. For me personally, I burn about 150 calories. My watch says I burn about 150 calories walking in about half an hour. it's a little bit optimistic, 20%. So maybe what? So I do about 4. I would say, I'm just under 18 stone at the moment. I'm 6'5". Don't walk that quickly. I would say 10,000 steps burns about 400 calories for me personally. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe 500. Yeah. Right, let me scan down, guys. I'm going very, very shortly. Going to go do me tea. I've just got a little bit of work to do in here, and then I'm locking the office up, and I'm done until tomorrow morning. Week 1 on 2.5 milligram Mounjaro, weight loss 8.2 pounds. All right, Nadia, I'm not here to piss on your chips, but just remember, you've not lost 8.2 pounds of body fat. You've not lost 8.2 pounds because of Mounjaro. You've had what we call a whoosh effect. You've lost a lot of water weight. I'm not saying you've not lost some body fat as well, but all that 8.2 pounds, that will massively slow down. Depending on what size you are and how big your deficit is, but 8.2 pounds of weight loss is still 8.2 pounds. You are 8.2 pounds lighter, and you will feel miles better for it, irrelevant of what you weigh. British tapas at its finest. Honestly, I love a beige tea. I do, and we have them every now and then. Beige tea, chicken nuggets, flipping, some little potato bite thing, some mac and cheese bites. Oh, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You can't beat it. You really, really can't. Right, let me scan down. Evening, Neil. Any new whey protein flavors from Perform? I have not bought any protein powder forever. And I mean that. I have finished off buying all the stock for this month's Boss Your Protein box. And you've got some absolute belters in it. Plus, a little bit of Easter. I forgot it's April, isn't it? And it's Easter. So if you buy a Boss Your Protein box for this month, there is a little bit of Easter in your box. So if you've not bought one or you don't subscribe, go and buy one now. They will be posted out on Tuesday. All being well. I've lost track of days. I thought it was Wednesday today. I've ordered the stock today. I've paid for Express. One place I've ordered from, the stock comes the next day. So that'll be here tomorrow. One place I've ordered from, the stock can take up to a week, but I have paid a bit extra for DPD Express 1 to 2 day delivery. So technically, it should be here tomorrow or Saturday. But yeah, again, an absolute belter. Some new products in there. No snack. A lot of bars. You're getting a good value box this month. There's a lot of protein bars in this month's box. And a couple of other bits and pieces. And like I say, there is something a little bit Eastery in there as well. So yeah, go get your box bought, guys. There's about, after all subscriptions go out, unless anyone pauses and cancels a subscription before it goes out, I think there's about 6 or 7 boxes left over. So yeah, go grab one now. I had my first sausage egg McMuffin in a year from I love a sausage egg McMuffin. Not had one of them for ages either. We talked about food. Oh, Dave, I missed it. Sorry. Someone on Big Dave on YouTube. My boss drinks 12 litres of Diet Pepsi every day. Tells me that that's normal. Is that okay for me to start doing it? I mean, look, is 12 litres of Diet Pepsi a day going to cause you any major health issues? Actually, it won't do. But because you are consuming a lot of artificial sweetener, there's a very good chance you'll have the Eartha kits. That's it. You probably won't have any trouble going to the toilet. It's very similar. You know when you see like diabetic sweets or sugar-free sweets, and it says, if overconsumed may have a laxative effect. Well, that's exactly the same with drinking the old Pepsi Max. I don't think it actually says it on the tin because the amount of sweetener in these isn't condensed enough. But anyway, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a lot of Pepsi Max in a day. He must go to the toilet a lot. Hey, Neil, if I join your one-to-one plan today, when will I get the info needed to start? So, Kimberly, if you join my one-to-one plan today, you will get an automatic email that will come through from sign up, and in there is your downloads. Right? Download the downloads consultation form. Send all your bits over to me. Technically, my next start date is a week on Monday. But if you get your consultation form back to me tonight, I might just get you started on Monday. This Monday coming. Might do. It's manic checking day tomorrow. I'm a very busy chap. But if you get signed up tonight, get your consultation form back over to me tonight. It only takes 5 minutes to fill it in. It doesn't, it's not, there's no brain surgery required to fill it in or anything like that, I might just get you started on Monday. I can write your plan up. I'll try and write your plan up tomorrow afternoon or at the latest Saturday morning, and I'll get it over to you. All right. But anyone that signs up, come on, I'm done now. All right. Hello. Yeah, you've done well. You've done well. You've left me alone for like most of the live. Yeah. All right. Hello. Okay. Have you just woke up? You just had a sleep, haven't you? You've had a sleep. And you need a cuddle after you've had a sleep, haven't you? Don't you? All right. Thank you. Right. Yeah. So yeah. Right. Look at that, boss. Get your tongue to yourself, would you? That's what she said. Right. Yeah. I'm out of here. But yeah, if you get signed up, get your bits over. I'll do my best to get you started ASAP. I don't like making people wait, but if you sign up tomorrow, it's manic checking day. And I do finish, I'm going to try and finish work on Saturday about 2 o'clock at the latest. So anything that comes in after 2 o'clock, it will be next week. Right. Do you want your tea? We're having chicken and bickies. You want chicken and bickies? Yes, you want chicken and bickies. Okay, boss wants chicken and bickies. Guys, it has been a pleasure as always. Oh, I've got to tell TikTok. Yeah, right, I'm going. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always. I will be on TikTok. I've got a cockapoo in my hands. Just accept, you know it's me. Right. Yes, I will be on. I will be on tomorrow. I don't know what time is what I'm going to say. I think I've scheduled it in at 11 a.m. I've got to pick Rachel up from the train station at some point in time. I can't see it being before 10:30, but I want to go to the gym. So I don't know whether. Ideally, I'd love it to get in to the train station for 11. So I might do a live 8:30 till 9:30. Then head to the train station and then head to the gym and then hopefully pick her up. I don't know. Anyway, guys, can you just bear with me tomorrow? If you're on plan or in my community, I will tell you I'll broadcast it out when I'm going on. If you're not on plan in the community and you think it's going to be at 11, just watch out. It might be at 11. It might be earlier. It won't be any later than 11. It won't be any later than 11. It might be earlier. Right, guys, enjoy your Thursday night, whatever you're doing, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow at some point if you're free. Oh, I do it every time. I just then TikTok, I'm like, yeah, that's it. Surprised they don't sit here sometimes and just start singing away off the night. Anyway, TikTok,